What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's having a fantastic Sunday afternoon. As you can see, it is just me. Mike is doing some family stuff. He has a life, so he wasn't able to make it today, but don't worry. I have an amazing show lined up for you guys. First, I just wanted to say thank you guys again for all the support. This has been one of the most difficult yet fulfilling years of my life. I will be back in Washington, D.C. at the Veterans Sit-In with Jolly, Matt, Jay, and all those, that Aaron Laney, everybody that's down there, for another 4 or 5 days starting on Tuesday. So I check into my hotel. I got a hotel literally right down the street from Union Station this time so I can be there, and because I've been crashing at people's houses and shit like that. It's been exhausting. It's been rough. So this time I'm actually going to be able to focus on just doing content. So it's going to be predominantly on YouTube and Facebook. So if you're not following me on Facebook, I put that in our link tree, which is in our channel page or in my bio. Please follow me on Facebook. It's where I post predominantly all of my videos that I make throughout the days. I post on Facebook and Instagram. Because of the way I talk and the content that we make, YouTube doesn't like it. Because all your shorts are monetized and they get mad about the ads and stuff like that. So, if you want to follow me on there, that would be fantastic. Also, don't forget, we have our Make Antifa Great Again hoodies and t-shirts that are available now in our store. If you guys want to check those out, that would be a great way to support us as well. But yes, I cannot wait to go to DC. This is my 6th trip to DC this year. I've been to New York City 3 times now. And we're just getting warmed up. So this trip is going to be amazing. I'm also trying to get Mike and see if Mike can make it, because I'm going back to DC for the Rage Against the Regime rally, which I think is on November 22nd. So I'm going to be making another trip to DC at the end of the month. So there's going to be tons of on-location content, and I'm trying to get Mike down there to hang out with me as well. So, all right, so today's show, I tried to put together a jam-packed episode to show you just how ridiculous, first of all, that this regime is. Hold on, before I get started, let me put the comments up on the screen here. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody can see me this time. I know we were having some difficulty last time. So I put together a jam-packed episode for you guys to show you, one, how ridiculous this administration is. It's being run by complete psychopaths. We're going to talk about Stephen Miller again. Just because I want you guys to really see how insane he is. I truly believe in my heart that Stephen Miller wants to kill people. I feel like he has an absolute bloodlust. Like, he wants to be the Nazi. Like, he is all in on that stuff, which is weird because he's also Jewish, which I didn't realize until I saw this Robert De Niro video, or maybe I did know that and just forgot. But nothing makes sense anymore. Nothing makes sense. Irony is dead. We are living in the prequel to the movie Idiocracy right now. It is happening. Only it's a lot more dangerous than the movie. We're also going to talk about Donald Trump's press pool a little bit, because it now includes people like Alex Jones and InfoWars and Mike Lindell TV. So I dug up some clips of those guys, and the one of Mike Lindell is absolutely hilarious. You guys are going to die laughing. They must have absolutely no budget whatsoever. And then Candace Owens came out recently, somebody I'm not a fan of, and I don't agree with any of her positions on pretty much anything, except for her position on Charlie Kirk. She has recently come out, and she believes that the Trump administration had something to do with the murder of Charlie Kirk. I believe that as well. They've been super secretive about it. We have seen no videos from any. There was thousands of kids on campus there. Every goddamn one of them was on social media. We haven't seen any of the kids talking. No interviews with the press. We have had no information whatsoever, at least any valid information, come out of this administration regarding the murder of Charlie Kirk. No autopsy. We don't even know where he was buried. No ballistics report. We have gotten absolutely zero information regarding this. So she has come to the same conclusion. And I didn't realize, I think her and Charlie Kirk were a lot closer than everybody thinks. Judging by a video I found of Charlie Kirk reacting to, because somebody was questioning his friendship with her. And his reaction was pretty strong. So, like I said, I got a lot of shit lined up here for you. So I hope I am as entertaining as possible. Also, if you have any ideas for stuff you want to see in Washington, D.C., a good place to reach out to me is on like Instagram or Facebook. My DMs are open. And or you can always put them in the comments in here. So try to think of getting as much trouble as I possibly can. Good trouble. I definitely want to check out the White House because Donald Trump is all right. So let's review. Let's real quick, Bob, before we get into all this stuff here, because this is going to be a long episode. Let's talk about Donald Trump and what he's been doing lately. So he's destroying our economy. It's been market manipulation the entire time. People are going broke. Prices are skyrocketing. Tariffs are destroying our relationships with every ally we've ever had. Donald Trump is out there making friends with our enemies and destroying the White House without any approval whatsoever from anybody else. He is not leaving, y'all. And he's upgrading. I deleted that episode the other day about upgrading the bunker because I thought maybe that's a little bit ridiculous. But then Midas Touch reported on it that he is upgrading the bunker. And somebody on my social media felt like, because there's been all these corporate sponsors or donators or whatever, does anybody get the vibe of like, they're buying tickets to the end of the world and they're building themselves a nice luxurious bunker underneath the White House for the end times? Like, I know that sounds a little ridiculous, but we are dealing with ridiculous people, and we have never been closer to nuclear war in World War III as a result of our idiotic regime that is currently in the White House. But yeah, you know who else though built a ridiculous ballroom on top of a bunker? Adolf Hitler. That is also something that he did. Yeah, so I don't know, guys. I would think we need to do something before that bunker is done, is all I'm saying. I think we have a very, very short time limit on, because there's got to be a point where there's nothing we can do. And that's right around the corner. So, but anyway, while he is destroying everything, he shut down the economy so they wouldn't release the Epstein files. And he fucked off and went to Malaysia. First president in United States history to ever leave the country during a government shutdown. Facts. Pathetic. Okay, he's screwing over the farmers are just dying in America right now, thanks to his deals with Argentina, between them selling the soybeans to China that normally would come from the United States, and now we're buying Argentinian beef that is riddled with foot and mouth disease. He's destroying the American farm industry single-handedly. This is what happened last time. That's why I understand why farmers vote for this guy. Last time he had to bail them out because he put them in such a bad position. But this is even worse. So anyway, I have a video of what Donald Trump is doing right now. So he went to Malaysia, but on his way, he made sure to stop in Qatar to thank them for their $400 million bribe. This is why I keep saying he's not leaving, guys. Okay, he's taking bribes out the open, a $400 million jet that is going to take until the end of his presidency to remodel, and is going to cost the American taxpayers $1 billion to remodel a fucking plane. And what actually is the ones they're currently building for him would be done probably around the same time, if not sooner. But he would rather take this $400 million gold-plated piece of shit to fly around in the taxpayers' expense. Like, he has done nothing to help the American people. Even you racist motherfuckers out there, he hasn't done anything to help you. He has made everybody's life worse. Like, I know you guys don't do math and read and shit, but like, you have to realize you're spending a lot more money than you were this time last year or even 6 months ago. Like, you're gonna suffer right along with us. So you can how much are you willing to pay to own the libs? Like, are you that damn stubborn that you can't admit that, oh my God, this is not what I voted for? Just say it. This is not what I voted for. I know you voted for the racism stuff, but you didn't vote for this part of it, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how Donald Trump's support isn't at zero right now. If you're not a billionaire, you're an idiot. Those are your two choices. Like, look at your bank. I saw that on Facebook today. Look at your bank account, and it should tell you which one you are. If you're a Trump supporter, you're either a billionaire or a fucking idiot. So again, if you don't have millions and millions and billions of dollars in your bank account, chances are you're that second one. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not doing anything for you. Jesus, he's even denying emergency aid to red states. Okay, and he's sending in the military into blue cities, which is absolutely absurd. So anyway, this is what Donald Trump is doing while we are suffering. So he stopped, thanked them for their bribe, and then when he got to Malaysia, this is the ridiculous fucking reception they got for this guy. Watch this. Yep, there he is, everybody. I didn't see Melania either, but no, that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing, guys. Our president embarrassing himself doing his double dick dance that he does, because he looks like he's just jerking off two penises when he does that dance. It's humiliating. And this is our leader, for crying out loud. Like, he's a complete imbecile. All he cares about is money and power. But let me show you this Steve Bannon video, because I rewatched this video I played the other day. And I realized Steve Bannon says something extremely important that we need to pay attention to. He says in this video that Donald Trump will be president in 2028. He does not say we're going to elect him again and get him elected in 2028. Okay, so he can't run for a third term. Listen to me. Just listen to what I'm saying. He can't run for a third term unless they change the Constitution. They can't do that without a supermajority, because there's no way the Democrats would vote. Well, depends on how much Israel pays them, but it doesn't matter. They're not going to get 2/3 majority vote to change the Constitution for Donald Trump to run a third term. So the only options left are a hostile fucking takeover. That's what's happening right now. It's like a hostile corporate takeover, only now it's guns instead of just people in suits. But listen to the words that Steve Bannon says. He said Trump will be president in 2028, and people just need to accept that.
He's going to get a third term. So Trump 28, Trump is going to be president in 28, and people just ought to get accommodated with that.
So what about the 22nd Amendment?
There's many different alternatives. At the appropriate time, we'll lay out what the plan is, but there's a plan. We had longer...
Okay, see what he said there. He did not say Donald Trump's going to run for a third term. He just says Donald Trump will be president in 2028. Elections are over as far as they're concerned. Do you honestly think they're going to go through all this trouble and be this corrupt out in the open just to turn around and because they're going to get prosecuted for all this stuff? Oh, they're committing war crimes in the Caribbean right now. They're bombing fishing boats with no evidence whatsoever that they're narco terrorists. These people are sadistic. They're fucking murdering people. Okay, there's people literally dying in concentration camps on American soil, and I feel like nobody's taking it fucking seriously. They're like, it's just a detainment center. Oh, they're deporting them. No, these people are committing crimes against humanity. Okay, like, please accept this and take this fucking serious. They are not leaving. Why would they leave in 4 years just to go to prison? This is like the biggest slam dunk case. They're not even hiding the crime. We have video evidence of all the crimes on top of actual evidence of all the crimes. He's a convicted felon already. You think this guy's going to just... Donald Trump, if he leaves office, could still get prosecuted for all those crimes, okay? They just were put on hold because he's president. So do you honestly think they're going to do all this and just give this shit up in 2 to 4 years? Stop being so goddamn naive, okay? Democracy is over. We need to do something new. And the only way we can do that is we have to fight through all this shit. We have to get through all this shit in order to come out on the other side and do something different. But the democracy as we know it is over. Completely. Just forget about it. Okay? Don't think, in 2 years I'm going to vote for a new Congress. No. They're not even swearing in the ones that got voted now. What do you think is going to happen in 2 years when they're even less popular, or a year from now when they're even less popular than they are now? You know what I mean? They're flipping seats left and right. You think they're honest? Stop. We've been propagandized. We all drank the Kool-Aid that this could never happen in the United States, that we were always going to be a democracy. Well, thanks to Donald Trump and Stephen Miller and the Heritage Foundation and the right-wing influencers, we are no longer a democracy. It is completely, I know that sounds harsh to say, but we need to start accepting that before we can move on and figure out what the fuck we're going to do next, because you can't vote out a fascist. Never in history has a dictator been voted out of office. Never in history has a dictator or a fascist willfully given up power just to be prosecuted for his crimes afterwards. Like, stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish people would realize that. You honestly think everything Donald Trump is doing is an impeachable offense. Everything he is doing is an impeachable offense. Disregarding judges' orders, going against the Constitution, sending the military after American citizens. Jesus Christ, you guys wanted to impeach Obama over a fucking tan suit. But nothing out of you guys, nothing. Like, where's the line with MAGA? You have no moral compass. They have no moral compass. There is no line for them. So we need to stand on business. Just saying. But like, we need to accept that the democracy as we know it, we cannot vote our way out of this. This is not, the times have changed. Times have changed. We tried to warn everybody, but we did not do a good enough job. And unfortunately, you know, this is the result. We tried here at the show, but we're small. You know, we really tried to call this Nazi shit out before it happened. We really did. You know, we've done entire episodes on the parallels between the Trump administration and Nazi, the rise of Adolf Hitler. They're almost identical. They're almost identical. But anyway, moving on. That's what our leader is doing. The government is shut down. He's out partying and getting gifts and bribes from foreign countries for favors. That's what has happened. We should all, next time I go, I wish I would have bought for sale signs so I could spread them around the White House at DC, because that's literally what's happening right now. Our entire country is for sale. It truly is. But anyway, this was Stephen Miller at Charlie Kirk's memorial, and it's very important because he ripped this right off of, I can't remember if it was a Goebbels speech or a Hitler speech, but this speech basically is translated almost word for word. Like, it's not word for word, but you know what I'm saying? He references Nazi occult shit. And just watch this video. And again, remember, this is supposed to be a sad moment, a memorial for Charlie Kirk. And just listen to the stuff that comes out of this guy's mouth. And then he's been a psycho since at least high school. At least high school. This guy is seriously something wrong with him. But just listen to the speech quick, and I have a couple more videos.
The day that Charlie died, the angels wept, but those tears have been turned into fire in our hearts. And that fire burns with a righteous fury that our enemies cannot comprehend or understand. And we will devote the rest of our lives,
yes, I do,
to finishing the causes for which Charlie gave his last measure of devotion. You cannot defeat us, you cannot slow us, you cannot stop us, you cannot deter us. We will carry Charlie and Erica in our heart every single day and fight that much harder because of what you did to us. You have no idea. The dragon you have awakened. You have no...
All right, so you guys know I watch for specific words that these guys use, specific phrases, specific symbols, because it all ties, a lot of it ties. Nazis were big on symbolism. They were also very big on mythology, with something called the Thule Society, which eventually turned into the Nazi Party. They used to talk about the Aryan bloodlines, and they used swastikas, runes, myths, shit like that. So dragons, stuff like it. It's disturbing that nobody's really calling this out. They're like, oh, yeah, it's a great speech. It wasn't, first of all, it had nothing to do with Charlie Kirk, the dragon you have awakened. So this guy, at some point in his life, something got fucking twisted in this guy's head, because he is truly psychotic. I'll play, this is the video, we're going to watch it together, and I'll play it on screen, of Stephen Miller in high school, okay, in high school, talking about, I think, the Iraq War, and he's talking about how torture is better than killing people, and just listen to how much joy he gets in talking about this shit, and this is, again, what leads me to believe that he is more than willing to kill people, whether it's Americans or other people too. So just let's watch and analyze this.
To the issue of the Iraqi civilians, I think that as many of them should survive as possible, because the goal of any military conflict is to kill as few people as possible. But as for Saddam Hussein and his henchmen, I think the ideal solution would be to cut off their fingers. I don't think it's necessary to kill them entirely.
Okay, this guy just said he would cut off their fucking fingers. This is like some Jeffrey Dahmer needs to be in a padded room with a fucking straitjacket on shit, man.
Not a barbaric people. We respect life. Therefore, torture is the way to go. Because torture people can live. Torture.
This is a guy running the White House, okay? The torture is the way to go.
It's a celebration of life and human dignity.
torture is the celebration of life and human dignity. My God.
We need to remember that
And they're
very
laughing.
dark and dangerous times. In the next
They're
century.
laughing.
And I only hope that many of my peers and people who will be leading this country will appreciate the value and respect that torture shows towards other cultures. I was talking to my doctor the other day, and I said to him, well, you know, I'm 17, I'm pretty sexy. Everything's going
By his doctor, does he mean his fucking psychiatrist? At the nut
the
house?
way I wanted to. No, I play good tennis, but something's just not going right. My hair is just receding. I look like I'm 35, and a balding 35-year-old at that.
Is that why he's so pissed off at the world? Because he went bald at 17? Maybe that's it. I don't know. But that's Stephen Miller at 17 years old, guys. Talking about how torture is the way to go and cutting people's fingers off. Okay, so if you want more proof, like if there's any doubters out there, let me play one more video proof of Stephen Miller and why I think he wants to kill people. He's not doing this as far as national defense goes, okay? This has nothing to do with protecting Americans. This is about torture and murder, okay? Because they're killing people that are fishing. They're not killing narco-terrorists. They're killing people that are just fishing and trying to make a living or on vacation, doing their thing. We spend more on our military than like the next 7 or 8 countries combined. And you mean to tell me we have not seen any proof? They have not boarded a vessel and shown any proof that there's been drugs on any of these boats? You mean to tell me that we can't do that? We're just going to bomb the shit out of them. I can't believe the military is even carrying out these orders. Like, what evidence are they feeding these people? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, this is the video that gave me chills. Watch how cold he is when he talks about killing people. He's talking about these narco-terrorists. Just please take this serious, because I'm trying to get the word out before people start dropping on the fucking streets of America. Okay, right now, it's mostly happening in other countries as far as people dying. People are dying in America. Okay, people are dying in America because of this. But right now, they're not firing rounds in the crowds. But do I think that could happen? Yes. As scary as that is to say, and the fact that I'm going to be in Washington, D.C., right down the street from the Heritage Foundation, it terrifies me sometimes to think that that could happen. But we don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? We have to be out there in the streets because fear is the biggest weapon that they have. Okay? Carrying out the orders is one thing, but the fear is more powerful sometimes. So we cannot let ourselves be afraid of this. Okay? Most of it is talk. But do I think Stephen Miller would order somebody to just open fire in a crowd? I absolutely do, guys. Yes. I think Stephen Miller jerks off to immigration raid videos. I honestly do. Like, belt around the neck, wanking. Sorry for the visual. God damn. I got a visual. Sorry about that. But like, I honestly, that's how I think he spends his evenings, just wanking to fucking immigration raid videos. But just listen to how cold he is about murdering people.
Would you consider, would the administration consider putting U.S. troops on the ground in any capacity inside Venezuela?
Well, I would refer to what Secretary Higgs said yesterday in terms of how the Department of War is viewing the issue of the strategies that are being used to fight these terrorists in the Western Hemisphere. And I'll just continue to reiterate what I said before. I know that you want more detailed answers than I can provide, but these are terrorists and they're going to be killed. Thank you very much.
And this is an escalation, Stephen, right? You would say moving.
Chuck, you see what I'm saying, guys? Like, that's the shit that makes me worry, because he's the one really calling the shots when it comes to immigration and all this other crazy stuff. Like, they are not going by the rules. Again, why would they leave office to be? These are war crimes. We are watching war crimes. They're posting the war crimes to fucking Twitter. They are posting fishing boats getting bombed and calling them narco-terrorist boats. Boats that would never be able to reach United States soil. Okay? Boats that could only travel maybe 100 or 200 miles, not 1,400 miles. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's stupid. So they're committing a war crime and then posting about it on Twitter. If you want to see the most racist place on the internet, go to the Department of Homeland Security. I made a video about this the other day. Go to the Department of Homeland Security's fucking Twitter feed. Okay, they're posting memes that are very Nazi propaganda that says protect your homeland. And in all those memes that say protect your homeland and join ICE, it's always a white person. Always a white person. They even had a meme, a little picture of like kids playing football back in the 50s. And they're all white kids, okay? They had a meme of like a 1950s Ford Bronco saying, we can return. Guys, they want a white-only America. Don't you understand that? Even though Stephen Miller and the vice president are both married to women with brown skin, they are shooting for a white-only America. I'm not even exaggerating a little bit. When you post the term remigrate on the DHS Twitter feed, which is a far-right term used for ethnic cleansing, we have a fucking problem. But most people read it and go, oh, remigrate. What is that? They don't even think about what it means. They just like it. You know what I'm saying? That's a term that the far right uses, and that's what it means. It's talking about ethnic cleansing, and then you got the Nazi Stephen Miller talking about killing people and referencing dragons and shit. These are straight up fucking Nazis. So do not put it past them that they will not take lives. Do not put it past them. As long as they get what they want, they do not care. Even if it's their own constituents' lives, they do not care. But at least some people are speaking out about it. Robert De Niro is... Oh, before I play the Robert De Niro video, did you guys know that CNN edited that video of Stephen Miller saying Trump has plenary, because he said that Trump has plenary authority on live TV, and then he froze because somebody probably told him to shut the fuck up in his ear. They edited that out and then posted the video to their YouTube. So they literally, before and after, we can watch this.
Does the administration still plan to abide by that ruling?
Well, the administration filed an appeal this morning with the Ninth Circuit. I would note the administration won an identical case in the Ninth Circuit just a few months ago with respect to the federalizing of the California National Guard. Under Title 10 of the U.S. Code, the president has plenary authority.
Stephen? Stephen? Hey, Stephen, can you hear me?
They're like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up.
White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy, Stephen Miller. My question was whether the administration still plans to abide by that judge's order restricting any National Guard troops from being sent to Oregon.
They cut it out, man. They cut it out. That's fucking crazy.
Federal resources are insufficient to federalize the National Guard to carry.
So they freaking... That's insane, man. So CNN is complicit in trying to hide the fact that one of the most powerful people in the country just said that Donald Trump has plenary means ultimate. Like, what he says goes, which is obviously what they think, because he's tearing down the White House, guys. Tearing it down. A third of it is gone. Gone. Corporate sponsored, dude. Fuck, man. This is scary to me. This is scary, but at least people like De Niro are calling it out. I'll play his video real quick.
He will not. We see it all the time. He will not want to leave. He set it up with his. I guess he's the Goebbels of the cabinet. Stephen Miller. He's a Nazi. Yes, he is, and he's Jewish, and he should be ashamed of himself.
Yeah, that's huge. At least somebody's out there saying it with a big voice. And then, of course, like a child, Stephen, because that's what he is. He's just a little bitch. He's nothing without his security and his money. Literally nothing. He's lashing out saying De Niro's a has-been hasn't made a good movie in 30 years, blah, blah, blah. And the internet quickly corrected him and told him a bunch of movies and how much money that De Niro has made over his career. So, like, they're just a joke, man. They're just, that's the worst part. Like, I don't take these people seriously. Like, I don't look at them as any kind of authoritative figure. I really don't. I think they're a joke, but they're the people that are in charge. Like, I have a problem following laws that are written by convicted felons and pedos and people that protect that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a problem with that. And then them talking about law and order and Christianity. Like, get the fuck out of my face. So, all right, moving on, though. But like I said, Stephen Miller is he is a super, super big threat. And if Americans get killed by the government, it will be as a result of him. And he will enjoy it. That's how sick he is. He will enjoy it. I think that's what we need to start realizing is how sick and twisted some of these people are. You know what I mean? It's not just about money. Some of these people are actually into, you know, Stephen Miller likes torture. See, he said it himself. You know what I mean? That's not an AI video. That was when he was 17 years old. So I think we should be very concerned that he's the one running shit behind the scenes. Yeah. So again, none of these people are committing war crimes. They're committing crimes against humanity. People are about to starve to death literally starve because tens of millions of people are about to lose food assistance in America. Food banks are running out of food. GoFundMe's are going through the roof with people asking for money for basic necessities. Prices in the stores are absolutely ridiculous. We just went to the store today, bought 2 bags of meat for $120. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, MAGA, there is no exception for MAGA, though. So take solace in knowing they're going to suffer right along with us. You know what I mean? And they're the ones that rely on government assistance more than we do. Blue states are typically, like, in a simple way of putting it, giving states. They give and contribute to the GDP of the country. Red states are welfare states, predominantly. Most red states end up with a loss at the end of the year. If it wasn't for blue states supporting the red states, y'all would be dying right now. But everybody's about to feel the pain because as of right now, nobody's getting food stamps next month. Christmas is fucked. You think Christmas is going to be good this year? Just wait till prices go up, man. It's going to be awful, awful. But I think them treating it like it's their playground is going to piss their own people off. And I don't think they have nearly the amount of support that they do. Remember, a lot of this is propaganda. So they have to portray themselves as being infinitely stronger than us. But again, a lot of it is propaganda. Okay, that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to invoke fear and making us want to stay home. But by people suffering and seeing the consequences of their actions, all they're doing is rallying people to our side. So, yeah, I see you got some of you guys talking about civil war in the comments. I mean, it's not out of the pot. It's not out of the question. If the military gets involved, the military is going to fracture. Not everybody's going to follow orders. There's going to be some that are going to do it and follow Donald Trump. But some people are going to have a moral compass and they didn't sign up to attack their own people are not going to do it. So that even the military is going to be fucked. We've never been in a worse position as far as being attacked. That's why I worry about all these corporate people donating to help remodel a bunker. Let me repeat that. Corporate-sponsored bunker underneath the East Wing, which is going to be a lavish, beautiful ballroom. Okay, $350 million. They're building something. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but they're building something. Whether they know something, if billionaires run the world, chances are they know something we don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, I believe there's been 2 false flag operations on the United States soil. Again, not a conspiracy theorist, but I have fucking eyes, and I research like crazy, y'all. I perpetually online because of this stuff. So I believe that the shooting of Donald Trump was bullshit, obviously, because his ear's completely fine. And like the Secret Service literally moved camera people into the right position to get the whole fist up shot, dude. The Secret Service guy walked across after Donald Trump got shot and got photographers and made sure they were in the right spot, okay? So, and then the magic healing. There's literally not a scratch. Sorry. Who do I think did it? I don't know, because we don't even know anything about the kid that shot Donald Trump. There's no medical report for the incident. We don't even have a medical report for that. And I believe the Charlie Kirk killing was also a false flag operation. I think they're trying to radicalize their base into violence, but as so far, most of their base have just sat their dumbasses at home and rage posted on Facebook and Twitter. But I think that's the goal. I think Candace Owens is starting to realize it too, because we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. And she has a lot more inside information than I do, and I was able to put the pieces of the puzzle together pretty easily. Yeah, he did not get shot from the front. That I can prove for a fact. But yeah, anyway, talking about Donald Trump's press pool now at the White House. All right, let's move on from all this other stuff, because I'm tired of talking about Stephen Miller and all these people. I want to show how ridiculous our news is going to be. We are not going to get a single shred of accurate information out of the White House if Donald Trump has his way, because it's going to be people like Alex Jones, Benny Johnson, Tim Pool. Both of those have been proven to be taking money from Russia. Right now, we also know Israel's paying like $7,000 a post to right-wing influencers. You know what I mean? So that's literally the press pool, and it's very well funded, as to where ours is completely self-funded through donations and shit. We don't even have corporate sponsors. You know what I mean? So you got Alex Jones and then Mike Lindell. Mike Lindell TV is hilarious, y'all. I will dig you guys. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. Because first I'm going to talk about Mike Lindell, and then we're going to talk about Alex Jones. Because there's two Alex Jones videos I think you guys should see back to back. And you tell me what you think of this whole Charlie Kirk situation, okay? All right, so Mike Lindell TV must have the worst budget ever, right? Because even I have lapel mics. You can get them on Amazon for like a good pair for like $150. So here he is doing an interview on his, like a fake interview. And you can clearly tell these are just two models. They're not even reporters, right? They're just two models there. And they're holding fake microphones. The audio is so bad. I died laughing when I found this video. But just watch this shit. This is so good.
Really focus on your meeting with the president again, what your reaction is, and then if you feel like there's going to be any more executive orders of any sort coming down the pipes in the next.
These are clearly not reporters.
Executive order.
Here, watch.
Employee retention credits. For the faith committee, we have them in the White House.
He looks at them. He's yeah, that is the funniest shit to me, man. Trying to look all professional. You hire two models to pretend to be badly pretend to be. They're just like doing the fish lips into the camera. And then he looks at them and he's like nodding like as if they know what the fuck he's talking about. Dude, this shit was hilarious to me. And the microphones are totally fake. That's so funny, dude. Like you couldn't just get a lapel mic from Amazon for $100. He must spend all of his money on cocaine. Dude is a crackhead, man, for real. But then again, that is one of the television stations that these people watch, dude. How is, like, this guy went broke and insane following Donald Trump, ruined his entire pillow empire to try and prove the 2020 election was stolen, ended up having to pay out a bunch of money in lawsuits and almost lost everything. Now he has his own TV channel apparently. But anyway, I have another video of him and talking about Christianity. This is the one that kills me, man. These people think they're good Christians. Like, the biggest lie ever told is that God forgives everything. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. That's why I don't believe in religion, especially Christianity. Like, I'm a deist, so I believe in God, and I actually believe in the teachings of Jesus. These days I do. I didn't when I was younger. I had to suffer a lot in order to realize this. But I believe in trying to help people and do the right thing by people. So it kills me to think that these people could be Nazis in real life literal Nazis that commit war crimes and murders out in the open, kidnapping people off of the streets, and then they're like, we're good Christians and Jesus loves us. Like, which Jesus are you? Is there a different Jesus that we're referring to? Because I'm talking about Palestinian Jewish Jesus. That guy, you know, with the dark skin and he's not white. He's not white. So is there a white Jesus that I'm not aware of? That is a complete fucking asshole. You guys tell me, man. But here's him doing another video talking about religion and shit. Still no microphone.
Hello, everyone. Here we are at the National Day of Prayer here at the White House. Okay, my memory was just a few short years ago in the spring of 2020 when I spoke at the Rose Garden and I said a nation had turned its back on God and God, we need to get back in the Word, back in our Bibles, and back with our families, and praying that God will give us grace. And God did give us grace for these last 5 years. He continues to give us grace as we bring God back into our...
Doesn't MAGA really? It truly feels like. I mean, I'm not. All right, let me do some little religiosity here. It's not a word. What if this was the end times? Donald Trump would be the Antichrist, and these would be all the people like the golden calf. Like they were all tricked because the devil's a trickster, right? So you got Peter Thiel walking around talking about how he's not the Antichrist while simultaneously doing everything that he says we shouldn't do as a society. And he's like, we should not have tech take over. And he's like, behind the scenes, robots, AI, surveillance. These people could literally be the dumb ones that follow the devil, that get tricked by the devil. I mean, it's kind of what a cult is, right? Like they believe in somebody other than God. They think they believe in God, but they really don't. But you got to think, these are deep beliefs for these people. So like how we feel about everybody having equal rights and everybody having a fair share in life. And I don't think billionaires should even fucking exist. Like you could single-handedly solve almost every problem this country has. Hunger, child hunger, our education system. So to me, once you have a certain amount of money, I don't think you should just have it. You know what I mean? Once you get to a point, like Elon Musk does not need to be worth $1 trillion. He's not yet, but he's going to be. He's not yet, but he's going to be. I think that's stupid. People are dying and suffering all over the world, and you got just $1 trillion to your name. Fuck you. Fuck you. You know what I mean? Honestly, you deserve to get punched in the face by at least. I'm not promoting violence, but damn it, that's like an acceptable punishment at minimum. But I don't think, like, seriously, that's stupid. That to me is insane. But these are the people that believe in God and think God forgives every sin that we ever do for the rest of our days. No, there's no way. There's no fucking way that we have to spend the afterlife with you too. Fuck that. No. Okay, I feel like we're living in hell as we speak. It's fucking a nightmare in America. If you're from outside of this country, this place is insane right now. Absolutely insane. So anyway, let's go to Alex Jones. I have a couple of videos I want to show you back to back of Alex Jones. This was the first video is him immediately reacting to when they said he was shot by a 30-06. Okay, and then I'm going to play you a video of after he talks to people at Turning Point USA, what he says after that, and it's completely ridiculous. So his first immediate reaction is actually right. So listen to his first immediate reaction about when they said Charlie Kirk got shot here with a 30-06 round. So he's actually right on this as far as what a bullet would do to the human neck.
Okay. I've been telling everybody, wait till we have evidence of an inside job or a cover-up. That's all I've been saying. We know Andy was out killing people, Tranifa, all that's a real deal. But now, I can't believe this. The spokesperson for TP USA just posted 2 hours ago that they talked to the coroner and that Charlie Kirk was shot with a 30-06 in the left side of his neck, the carotid artery, and that he's a man of steel. The bones in his neck that are like chicken bones stopped a bullet that travels 2,500 feet a second out of the barrel at 200 yards, depending on the grain of the cartridge and the rest of it. Probably hit him at 1,900 feet per second. I've shot hogs at 500 yards, 30 on 6, right to the side. Tiny hole, blows a 4-inch hole out to the side.
Okay, he is actually 100% correct on that one. Okay, so that's right. His immediate reaction after being told that Charlie Kirk has this super duper strong neck, and that stopped a 30-06 round. Okay, so what he said there was correct. So that was his immediate reaction, and then they probably called him and said, "What the fuck are you doing? You got to retract your statement and tell people this instead." So that's what he does. And listen to the bullshit that comes out of his mouth. It is not even remotely believable. Like, all you gun nuts out there have to see this and go, this is bullshit. Because what he's now saying is the bullet went in, hit his super duper strong neck, turned down at like a 65-degree angle, went into his heart and exploded, and that's why they couldn't find where the round was. That is fucking stupid. Okay, I know you have two brain cells and they don't even agree with one another, but Jesus Christ, like, try and get them to cooperate for 5 seconds and just tell me this isn't the dumbest shit you've ever heard in your life. This is not a movie. Okay, this is not a movie. You could break someone's neck with your bare hands, and you mean to tell me that it'll stop a fucking sniper round? Just stop, man. Just stop being so goddamn naive. This was 100% set up.
All right, I'm just going to report the facts to you. I just talked to Andrew Colvett, who is the official spokesman for TPUSA, who I've met before. He's a great guy and a big confidant of Charlie Kirk. And I put my report out about him talking to the surgeon that was there when Charlie was brought dead to the hospital. And Charlie was being shot from on top, I'm just repeating what he told me, into the throat. And he's saying now that no, it didn't
bullshit
go through, which actually makes sense now that I think about it.
No.
It was
no, it does not.
And it went, he asked me not to be too graphic, but it went down his spine, exploded in his heart, fragments.
Australia.
Makes sense, that's what happens. And that the bullet fragments bounced back up, and they found that.
Okay. Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. I'm sorry, man. Come on, guys. Can we at least agree that something fucking stinks about this whole situation? Like, can we at least agree on that? Like, at this point, we don't even know who the fuck shot him. It was not Tyler Robinson. That I can 100% guarantee. I will say it on camera. Tyler Robinson did not shoot Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was shot from behind and to the right. Bullet went through his neck, in the back, right above his collar. There's a video, and I can't fucking find it, and it's really blurry, but all right. I watched some videos from combat veterans, and they say entry wounds, again, this is what I've been saying, entry wounds are very small. They're so small that during combat, they do something, I forget what they call it, where they put their fingers together, and they fucking literally have to rub up and down the person's body and hope a finger fucking sinks in a little bit to the entry wound. That's how hard it is to find sometimes and how small they are. Okay, so that was an exit wound. I knew that immediately. I can't believe nobody else realized it immediately. People are starting to catch on. But the fucking round came from back to his right, went up right above his collar. Okay, think right above your back ear, or below your back ear, and back to the right a little bit. Went there and came out here. It's a straight line. Or magic. The Matrix. Okay, bullets hit his spine, turned in a downward angle, exploded, and then magical fairy bullet dust went up into it. Like, which one makes more sense? Like, common sense, right? Common sense. Bullets, bullets can hit bone and change trajectory, but your spine isn't even a solid bone. It's pieces of bone separated by cartilage. It's not even a solid bone. It's not like getting shot in your femur, which is the thickest bone in your body. That could cause a ricochet effect. Soft tissue, spine, fragment, like a vertebrae, soft tissue, straight line, like use your heads. Okay, bullets don't change angles like that. That's stupid. This is not a movie. This is stupid. Charlie Kirk got shot from behind. So that rules out the suspected shooter immediately. Plus, that campus had thousands of cameras on it. We have not seen a single security footage other than the blurry shit they showed us. We have not seen anything. Okay? None of the kids have done interviews with the press. The one kid I showed you guys, he was trying to do an interview with somebody and they shut him up and told him he can't talk to the press. Like, is the entire campus under some kind of gag order? This shit stinks. And again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but these are, we're dealing with conspiracy theory people that would do extreme shit. The conspiracy people are in charge now, guys. So do you not think for a second, in order to, because they've been talking about civil war for years. MAGA has wanted a civil war for years, 10 years now, almost. Civil wars, every time something doesn't go their way. Civil war, we're going to have a civil war. Okay, so guess what? What do you think the administration's trying to do? They're trying to push their people into starting a civil war, is my theory. It's the only thing I can think of. And false flags operations just happen to be Netanyahu's specialty. And they've already forgot about Charlie Kirk. Charlie who? His wife has moved on. Probably already banging somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, that memorial was garbage. No ballistics report. No autopsy. For an assassination? No autopsy. Come on. No medical report. Some stinks. I'm not going to sit here and say somebody was, I mean, somebody high up had to be involved. So it has to point to the administration at some point. It's not the left. They're trying to paint us as evil as possible, but they're failing miserably. I mean, seriously, people are out in inflatable costumes. How hard is it? It's like, they're dangerous terrorists walking around in an inflatable frog costume. You know what I mean? People are like, this is stupid. But anyway, Candace Owens even thinks this now. And she has access to way more information than I do from the inside. I just put this together with video evidence that I found on the internet. Because again, I'm chronically online, and when I see something and I think I'm right, I research the fucking shit out of it, dude. So I'm not just making wild claims here. I'm trying to use logic and reason to tell everybody that something stinks. And he definitely 100% guarantee he was not shot from the front. Because even if he was, the bullet would have went all the way through. Probably would have tore damn near his entire head off. A 30-06 round is powerful. Powerful. And there would have been blowback behind him. There would have been blood behind him on the back of that. He had a completely white background. The blood splash, there would have splashed. It's just, you know what I'm saying? So, like, the bullet obviously came out here. So it more likely went in here, went through a straight line, which most of the bullets do, and then came out this way. Okay, that's so yeah. But anyway, Candace Owens has finally put it together that she thinks that Charlie Kirk was assassinated by the Trump administration, which is a very, very bold claim on her part because she's putting a big old target on her back. Me, not so much because I have a small audience, but she has tens of millions of followers across all her platforms. I had to look. She's big on these right-wing platforms. And again, I am not promoting her. I do not like her. But she was very good friends with Charlie Kirk. I would even go as far as to say very good friends, like closer than we think. I'm not going to say they were like fucking or anything like that. I'm not going to be that ridiculous, but I think they were a lot closer than they let the public think. Because Candace Owens took a very, very deep interest in him getting killed. But here is just to show you, because Charlie Kirk once was asked about his friendship with Candace Owens, and he replies in a very, very forceful way, which to me indicates, because again, I read people and how they react to things, and his reaction tells me that they were extremely close. Okay, my thoughts. Okay.
How was your relationship with Candace Owens nowadays?
She's a great friend. You know, look, I don't agree with everything Candace says, but you know what I don't do? I don't stop being friends with people just because people morally blackmail me. I don't do that, and you shouldn't either. Look, I have different views on things as Candace. I have different views on Israel than Candace. I have different views on a lot of geopolitics. But honestly, I traveled the country with Candace. I went to her wedding. I saw her meet her husband. I went to Israel with Candace, which is a fun story I'll tell you at some point. But what I don't like is when people demand, you must stop being friends with somebody. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a left-wing tactic. Don't do that. I'm not saying you do that, but other people do that. We should never resort to that. In fact, if you believe what I believe, shouldn't you want me to be friends with people that don't agree with us? Shouldn't you want me to also be a tool of influence? And so I think the world of Candace. She's a great mother. She certainly has very, very fun opinions at times. And she's a great talent. She says a lot of stuff that sometimes I don't agree with, but that's what makes our relationship and our friendship interesting. My advice to all of you, you might not like somebody, but never tell somebody like me to stop being friends with somebody on an interpersonal level just because of disagreement. It's bad. It's what the left does, and we should rise above it as conservatives. Thank you so much.
See what I mean? Like I said, I'm not insinuating anything gross. I'm just saying I think they were a lot closer than we ever thought in the public eye. Like I thought I think they were actually really good friends. And I didn't know this until today, but apparently Charlie Kirk was even getting away from the whole evangelical Christian shit and was thinking about converting to Catholicism, which I did not know that. And he was also speaking out against Israel. At the end, he was apparently, according to Candace Owens and other right-wing people, he was offered a lot of money from Israel and declined. He believes that October 7th was a false flag operation. Charlie Kirk believes that there was a stand-down order given, that they knew the attack was coming and let it happen. Charlie Kirk was, I think, having some moral dilemmas. If he had morals, again, it's hard to think like these people, so I try as hard as possible. So like I try and feel like the things I believe deeply about, they also believe deeply about the things that they believe in. So we got to like try and put ourselves, try and think like them a little bit, I guess. So I think Charlie Kirk was having some issues. He was no longer supporting Israel. He was not down for what they were doing. He wanted it to be American first. He started seeing how much influence Israel has over literally everybody, including Donald Trump. He wanted the Epstein files to be released because he's been promoting that for years. I believe that he really did want that. And he was trying to leave the whole MAGA Christian shit and go to Catholicism, which is weird, but you know, I mean, it's like I can't believe it's such a big deal. But I think that's why Charlie Kirk was killed, because of all those factors put together. Because he was the only. Okay, so other than Donald Trump, I still believe, everybody thinks I'm crazy, I still believe that Charlie Kirk was being groomed to be president one day, because other than Donald Trump, the only person on the right that truly has the attention of especially young white men, because that's been their target this whole time. Because like I said, it's all about racism. These are Nazis, okay? So this is all about white power and all that shit. This is truly what this is about. Charlie Kirk had the young generation's attention, the young white generation. I truly think that that's what was happening. Because again, I think elections are over, but they're going to need somebody to lead the country eventually. And I think Charlie Kirk was that guy. But then he started pulling away from all the things like Israel and his Christian faith and all this stuff. He just really started having some moral problem, like dilemmas with his lifestyle. I think he did not. I think he created the beast and then eventually decided that he did not like the beast that he created. And they killed him. He was not killed by the left, no matter how hard they try. Where's the trans lover, by the way? Fuck, we haven't seen that shit. We haven't even heard anything about that. I don't even, I'm at this point saying the trans lover thing is made up and does not even exist. Have we seen this person, like, in real life? Maybe I haven't. You know what I mean? I'm asking genuinely. You know what I mean? They want to blame it on trans people so bad that they made up a trans lover, used ChatGPT to write fake text messages where he admits everything to her, and that he was somehow radicalized by the left in fucking Utah, of all places. This is what happens when dumb people are fascists, okay? These are dumb Nazis. They're Nazis and they're dangerous, but they're really dumb at the same time. And we have to just sit here and take it. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. So yes, I think Charlie Kirk was killed because he was pulling away from a lot of the things. Maybe, I mean, think about it. If he stopped supporting Israel and was the leader in the future, that would be an issue. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so stuff like that. I'm not saying who did it, and I'm not saying it was Israel, but somebody did it, and it wasn't on the left, and it was definitely professional. It was definitely professional. This was no accidental assassination, guys. This is stupid. Okay, no. All right. Anyway, Candace didn't even go to Charlie Kirk's memorial, and people were really mad about it. But she even thought this memorial was a joke. Like, if she's saying this stuff, I think it's, again, I don't agree with anything she says other than the stuff that I'm about to show you. But the fact that she's saying it is good for us because she's starting to speak some common sense to the people that have no common sense. So they're hearing her say it, which is important. Okay, that is important. Because we could say it to the right all day long, and they're gonna be like, fuck you libs, this is liberal, communist, Marxist propaganda. But when somebody on the right says it, even though it's exactly what we've been saying, they're like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, that's the world we live in right now. So the fact that she's sowing doubt into the equation, I'm all down for that. But here she explains why she didn't go to the memorial.
I said there is no way we are going to this event now. There's a 0% chance. First and foremost, why are you saying anybody can go to it? You just buy a ticket to the event, and you're all working to try to get me to confirm that I'm going. And you're doing this as if you're trying to like push my buttons and be like, we got to make her get into her ego so she like shows up and like posts it on social media. Nope, actually, you know, while I'm attacking the feds, maybe not going to a public event, which the feds are organizing, is probably a very good idea. I'm good. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna listen to Power on my headphones and go see Ye. How's that for a memorial for Charlie Kirk? That feels like the right thing for me to do right now.
Go see Ye. Kanye West reminds me of Clayton Bigsby, that Dave Chappelle skit, the white black supremacist. That's what Kanye reminds me of. Like, that guy, what the fuck? Like, what happens to people? Especially when they get money. It's like they lose their fucking minds and lose touch with reality. But anyway, back to this is the big video. I've been saving it for last, the best for last, okay? Candace Owens herself thinks that Donald Trump had something to do with the death of Charlie Kirk. Okay, this is her saying it, not just me now. And other people are starting to point this out. Even like there's a lot of gun channels that are been coming out and saying stuff like, yeah, this doesn't make any sense. So just listen. This is important that she's saying it because she's on the right and people listen to her. So here we go.
To just take a breather and really process everything that happened with Charlie and what it kind of means in terms of where we are. And I think it is a circumstance where we just know. We just know that he was truly betrayed in one of the most egregious ways that I think I've ever seen. It has made me lose faith in politics. It has made me fully lose faith in Trump. And my heart aches for the fact that he gave so much of his life to Trump and to politics. And they just were like, nope, that is it. It serves us or it doesn't serve us, and we want to move on. And so here's a holiday. Bro, if they try to give me a holiday, what is with them giving people a holiday after they kill them? Why is that a thing? You know what I mean? Like, oh, Martin Luther King, what about this holiday? What about this boulevard? Anyways, let me knock off. Like, they're going to give Charlie Kirk a boulevard. They already did. They did in Israel. They gave him freaking boulevard. It's like, as soon as they give you a boulevard and a holiday, they definitely killed you.
Candace Owens says that she thinks, yeah, it's either the Trump administration or Israel did something. And there's a Charlie Kirk Boulevard in Israel. Immediately after Charlie Kirk died, I'm just pointing these things out, Israel posted an AI video of Charlie Kirk in heaven saying, my death is the reason that Israel and America should come together. And now Netanyahu is now saying that it was Islamic extremists that killed Charlie Kirk. Like, come on, man. Again, this is us. This is what happens when stupid people run false flag operations on American soil. That's what I'm saying. Please don't think that they wouldn't do this. Okay. Again, like I said at the beginning of the show, democracy as we know it is over. We are dealing with people that want to be Nazis. They're not just doing Nazi stuff. We're not being defamatory when we say it. Like, that's what they are striving to be. They want a white-only America. Don't believe me? Just go on the DHS feed. Again, I was telling you all the memes they were posting, like 1950s, all white people saying we can return. But every time they post a picture of a criminal, they're black or brown. You know what? Fuck it. We got time. I'm not in a hurry. How long have we been on air? Oh, we only been on an hour. All right, hold up. You know what? Fuck it. I'm pulling up my Twitter feed, and I'm just going to show you guys. I'm done talking about it, and I'm going to show you how fucking racist our government is. Give me 1 second here. Share screen. Boop. Share. Add to stage. Okay, so let's go to... All right. First one. All right. Of course, they're using American imagery, but this is straight Nazi propaganda, what they're doing. I'm not going to go through the videos. I'm just going to show you some of the memes that they're posting. Sorry, they post like, but look, criminal. Every time they post criminal, black or brown. But when they post join ICE, all that shit in the memes, protect your homeland, protect the fatherland. That's very, very similar. They're out there posting crimes against humanity. Sorry, it gets worse. I want to show you the ones that really pissed me off. I have them on my phone. I should have uploaded them. But again, criminals, brown skin. But when they post memes, if we can get to them. Oh, there you go. There you go. They raided New York City, arrested random street vendors, all black people. Okay. Again, we're getting there. There's some really bad ones. Here you go. Here's one. Defend the homeland with a white George Washington riding a horse. And this like on horseback knights in shining armor shit is Nazi propaganda as well. There's one meme here. It's literally knights. Again, look, criminals, all black. Why are they doing that? You know what I'm saying? That's what they're demonizing black people. Immigrants are first. Black people are next. Okay? I'm saying this as a white person. Like, fucking start worrying, bro. Like, we need to come together. This is a very good reason to come together as a community. If anything, here's the Nazi one that really got me. Look up Nazis and Nazis in armor imagery. Even there was a very infamous painting, oil painting of Adolf Hitler on horseback in a suit of armor. Okay, this is Nazi imagery right here, like Knights of the Crusade. Okay, I'm telling you, please just take what I'm saying serious. I'm not being dramatic. Okay, maybe 2 years ago you could get away with saying I'm being dramatic, but now it's time to start listening to what the fuck I'm saying. I know what I'm talking about. And there, like one lady I read a story about, she got deported because of a $25 bad check she wrote back in the day that she went to court and fixed and everything like that. So that's the criminals they're going after, okay? They're not going after criminals. They're going after everybody, okay? And at first it starts with the trans community, LGBTQ community, then it goes to Latino, then they're going to target black people, and then after that, they're going to come after all the rest of us. Like, we're harder to target because of our white skin. I'm trying to... Yeah, the word it is what it is. They're racially profiling. Okay, I'm more visible because I do what I do online, but you know what I'm saying? It's going to take them a lot more effort to find us than it is to just racially profile people. And they're arresting them for the most random shit. And then trying to charge them. Like, I bought a body camera for my next trip to DC. I have a body camera coming tomorrow, and I'm going to have the bitch on me at all times because of shit like this. Yeah, sorry. Oh, here's another one. Defend the homeland. White people. Oh, this is the one. Okay, very intentional. I don't know exactly what year, but it looks like a pre-civil rights movement Ford Bronco. To me, that's how I see this, saying we can return. Do you guys understand what is happening here, man? This is probably my biggest claim, my boldest claim I'll ever make. But the Republican Party, the party that ended slavery, I feel like is going to be the party that eventually makes it return. I truly believe that with posts like this. They want to go back to a white America before people had rights, equal rights, which we still don't have equal rights, but they're literally talking about going back to a time before you could vote or whatever, whatever, you know what I mean? Sundown towns, Jim Crow South. All right, we gotta start thinking a little extreme here because we're dealing with extremists. These are all religious extremists that we're dealing with. Defend the homeland. Like every time I see homeland, I think fatherland. Like, again, they're not hiding it anymore. This one's good. Deport these nuts. They posted this like it's a bad thing. What they put? Gavin Newsom has shown up to the riot. They called it a riot, guys. Come on. A guy in a penis costume in a riot. Got ya. If you're really scared of a guy in a penis costume, you need to get help. But again, criminal, brown skin or black skin. Every fucking meme, I'm talking every meme they put up. Let me try to find a one where they're protect her. Jesus Christ. There was one of the like kids playing football again, like back in the 1940s, 50s. I think that's what they. Here you go. This is Nazi imagery, pretty much, except for swastikas. They use American flags. Again, white lady. Protect your nation. They say stuff like protect your heritage. Okay, that's should be a very alarming rhetoric to most people, but there it is. Okay, white kids, obviously from back in the day, just judging by their clothes, 50s, white kids playing together in a yard playing football. This is the time they're telling you they want to go back to, everybody. Okay, so again, I wish they would just take this a little more serious. And then you got, they're literally hiring white nationalists and fucking racist pieces of shit into ICE. It's probably one of the requirements. So please take this very serious because they are already murdering people. They're just not doing it on American soil yet. Secure America's future. This is all very, very out in the open. And I feel like people are just, maybe they're not reading enough into it, or maybe people are still in denial that democracy is not here anymore. We're done. The only choice we have right now, honestly, is to fight through it together. Hopefully, that's really our only option at this point. So they're out in the open. They're saying out in the open what they want. They want a whites-only America. They're telling you, I'm telling you, that's what they want. Okay, so please spread the word. That's all I have for today. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. That actually went really smooth. I hope you guys had a good time. Please share this episode on other platforms. We are not getting any views on YouTube, and we don't know what to do. I'm thinking about hiring somebody to help me cut the videos up and do some professional work with it. So we'll see. Maybe we can put more content out. I don't know. But I need help at this point. But whoever, Brina, yeah, Discord. I have a Discord. I don't know how to run it. Okay, so Discord is definitely an option for us to build a community where we can all communicate with one another throughout the day, and we don't have to wait for like being in the comments and shit like that. So yeah, definitely we'll talk about that. And again, don't forget, James and I will be on tomorrow at 9 o'clock for another episode of the Derp State. And I will then be in DC Tuesday, so I might do a live stream from DC Tuesday evening. I don't check into my hotel till 4 o'clock. I'm gonna try and check in a little early so I can get down to Union Station and get everything rolling. So I love you all. It's been a hell of a year. Again, it's been one of the craziest years, but one of the most difficult years. Like I wake up with panic attacks, that kind of shit this year, but at the same time, it's been one of the most fulfilling years of my life, regardless of how hard it's been. And it's all thanks to you guys, because we couldn't have done this show without you guys. We still do this show despite not making any money. doing it. We kind of are lost at this point. Like, we've grown as far as we can personally. Like, I can't manage any more of this shit myself. We need help. But we are trying to build something, and like, a company or like a community, but a community where a lot of people contribute. Like, I meet random people on social media and ask them, hey, have you ever podcasted before? Like, a lot of our guests are just people that I think are cool on social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about how many followers you have or any of that shit. I feel like all of us need a voice, and I would love our channel and our community just to be that voice. I don't think we just need to be loud as fuck anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I don't, again, know how to get past this little hump that we're at with YouTube. Facebook has been going decent. So yeah, I'm almost at 100,000 followers on Facebook. So again, my Facebook profile now is in my link tree on the show here at the channel page, and I think in the description of this video. So go there and follow me on Facebook, because I will be posting a lot of lives and a lot of content to Facebook as well while I'm in DC, and I'll be there for 4 days. 4.5 days, basically. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it again. Love you guys. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night.